Okay, done with doubles. Yesterday was pool play, and then today was bracket play. We just finished watching the finals for women's and men's. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about how I felt this weekend. A lot of ups and downs, I would say, but maybe that resulted from my period starting today too. I don't know, but I just have a lot of thoughts and feelings. I want to try to remember it and look back on it, if that makes sense. Okay, so for Seaside, I was already really anxious in anticipation of coming just because I felt like Anthony and I practiced before and it never really went super well. And I don't know if he was just having off days or I was just like not a good partner for him. But I had like two goals going into it. I think first was to have a good attitude and to try to be positive and not get in my head and like believe in myself. And that was like the main one I had for pool play. And then the second was try not to change my game and be super anxious and still like play and swing and follow through and do everything the same way I normally do and try not to be afraid to miss. So there were three other teams. Your pool is of four. And the first one, I think Anthony and I both were playing our best because we were super energized. And I was actually really excited and looking forward to playing. I wasn't so much worried about like the competition. I was just like, dang, I just really want to play beach volleyball today. And then the second one, we played against people that were like a little bit older, but like super good at ball control and super good at placing it and could pick up like almost everything. And so we won the first set, and I was like, okay, this could easily go into three if they keep like making us run around and changing it up on us. So they did win the second set, and then we went to the third set, and it was super close. And honestly, I think Anthony's serves helped us a lot because he was able to like really place them well. Like he was able to serve short. I also felt like I don't know, we were getting everything up, or I felt like I was doing a good job of like digging everything no matter where they put it. And then Anthony was good at like covering the deep when I was covering the short. Then the third team we played, it was super frustrating because I think it was like the Anthony that I played with before that was like super in his head, super off, wasn't really like hitting the ball as he normally would and just like also afraid to miss. I felt like even though I was setting him super well, he just like was scared to hit it, so he would just roll it right to them. Objectively, I think the worst team was the third team that we played. It's just they were really tall. So the girl could pick up a lot of stuff because she was tall. And then the guy was just really good at being able to like do whatever with the ball, even if the girl didn't set him well. And because he was tall, he was still able to like hit and like hit shorts and cuts. And yeah, he was also blocking. And I think Anthony would just like hit right into the block. And then I wasn't like prepared to get the ball off the block because I like don't usually feel like I play with a blocker, especially in novice level. I just think Anthony wasn't like hitting cross enough. Like I think if he just like hit cross more, it would have helped because all of those points we hit cross or he hit cross, we won. But yeah, I also felt like at the end I tried to do the strategy of him taking the middle because their serves weren't that strong. Well, some of them weren't that strong. And so he could hit and like pass it and then I would set it and he would hit it. At the end too, I remember trying to really option him and like pass it tight so that he could just swing and like catch them off guard. And I felt like I was setting so well. Like I think that was the best I was ever setting. And they were like really well placed that I think he could have done way more with them, but he wasn't able to. I think because he was just in his head and really tired at the end. For the last match we played, the first set, we lost and it was both of our faults because I was so tired. Like we took a long break and I was just so slow. Like I needed sugar. So I like ended up eating something between the first and second set, and the second set we were able to win. But yeah, the third set, like I said, we just lost. I felt like for the third match, I was really tired for the first set, but then I got it back together and I felt like I was playing with almost basically as much energy as I was earlier in the day. I feel like I'm always able to like mentally tell myself like, okay, you just need to push energy wise and like run and keep going. But I just think we were both in our head and I was like, okay, you need to remember your second goal or your first goal or one of the goals, which was just like having a positive attitude and really trying to like help bring Anthony up. And that's what I tried to do. I was proud of myself because I think that was the best volleyball I think I'd ever played, and Anthony and I have ever played as a team. And maybe I have ever played with someone else. just because I felt like I was passing really well and I was setting really well, given it was novice, I know, but also like, I don't know, my hits could have been better. I think I was just one, scared to miss, and then two, the net was so high I felt like I couldn't do anything with it, like with the ball, like with any set, even if it was good. I usually try to hit cut shots, but I couldn't really hit any, and like my rolls, I didn't feel like they were doing anything because everyone was able to pick things up, and I tried to hit deep and those were the ones that were working, but then I could have hit line more, I guess, to try to change it up. But yeah, I don't know, I was just so focused on other things, I guess, like having a good attitude, that I just lost sight of trying to hit. And I was like, okay, Anthony, like, you can put it away, you can hit, so you just hit. And that was like the whole strategy I had. But I just felt like at the end, Anthony should have been like, oh, Jessica, like, my hits aren't feeling good or on, like, you should take the middle pass and hit. I don't know, I felt like he was super in his head, like shanked a few, and I tried to run and like dig them, but it wasn't really working. But that's okay, I still think we played really well, and I was really happy with how we did, even though I really think we could have won against all of those teams, especially the last one. I think we're just really tired, and I'm bad at like conserving my energy. I hope that's all the thoughts I had, and I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm gonna think for a second. But I guess to add on to what I just said, I feel like I was really focused on trying to have a good strategy and like making sure we were in the best positions to play, and making sure that like someone got the seam and someone was calling the middle. Yeah, I think like Anthony isn't as thinking about it as much. So then when I'm like, let's do this, he's like, yeah, but then if he's not feeling it, he's not one to like suggest otherwise. And then I don't know. I was like, all I want is to not be quiet, because when I'm quiet and not on the same page as my partner, I think that's where everything goes downhill. So I'm like, okay, I just need to be loud. I just need to talk and say everything, even if it's obvious. And I just need Anthony to do the same. Like, I was like, Anthony, I just need you to talk to me. And even if it's obvious, just say it. Just like literally talk to me the whole time and it will be good. And I think it worked really well pole play day.